Imagine this: you're sipping on your golden latte, feeling like a health warrior because you've added that pinch of turmeric to fight inflammation and boost your immunity. But what if I told you that 87% of people who regularly consume turmeric are unknowingly pairing it with everyday foods that not only cancel out its incredible benefits, but could actually trigger serious health issues like digestive chaos, blood sugar roller coasters, and even worsen joint pain? That's right, folks. Turmeric is a superstar spice packed with curcumin, the compound that's been hailed for its anti inflammatory powers, antioxidant magic, and potential to support everything from heart health to brain function. But when you mix it with the wrong companions at mealtime, it's like throwing a party where the guests sabotage the host. Suddenly, that golden glow turns into a hidden hazard. And today, we're diving deep into why you should never eat turmeric with these three specific foods, exposing the science behind the dangers, and then arming you with game changing strategies to maximize its perks without the pitfalls. So stick around because by the end, you'll have a foolproof plan to make turmeric work harder for you than ever before. Let's kick things off by unpacking the problem because understanding the why is key to avoiding the what. Turmeric has been used for centuries in Ayurvedic medicine to heal wounds, ease arthritis, and even combat depression. But modern research shows that its active ingredient, curcumin, is poorly absorbed on its own, and when combined with certain foods, absorption plummets further, leading to not just wasted effort but actual harm, like increased inflammation instead of reduction, or gut irritation that leaves you bloated and uncomfortable for hours. Think about it. You've invested in that organic turmeric powder or those fancy supplements, expecting to lower your cholesterol or soothe your achy knees. But if you're chasing it down with a bowl of cereal or a splash of dressing, you might as well be flushing those benefits down the drain, and worse, inviting side effects that could snowball into chronic issues over time, especially if you're over 50 or dealing with pre existing conditions like diabetes or IBS. But here's the twist: you might be thinking, I've been doing this for years and feel fine, but subtle symptoms like unexplained fatigue or persistent indigestion could be silent signals that your body is struggling. And as we peel back the layers on these forbidden pairings, you'll see how common habits are derailing your health goals without you even realizing it. First up on our list of turmeric's archenemies is processed dairy products. Those sneaky staples like cheese slices, powdered creamers, or flavored yogurts that seem harmless but pack a punch of preservatives, emulsifiers, and hidden sugars that bind to curcumin and block its entry into your bloodstream, essentially rendering your turmeric useless while stirring up inflammation in your gut lining, which can lead to acid reflux, bloating, or even long-term digestive disorders if you're not careful. Picture this: you're stirring turmeric into your morning smoothie with a dollop of that store-bought yogurt, thinking you're supercharging your day, but those additives are like bouncers at the door, preventing curcumin from doing its job, and studies from nutrition journals highlight how such combinations can exacerbate leaky gut syndrome, where your intestinal barrier weakens, allowing toxins to leak into your system and trigger autoimmune responses or chronic fatigue. Scary stuff, right? And don't get me started on how this duo can mess with your calcium absorption too, potentially weakening bones over time since turmeric's oxalates team up with dairy's minerals in all the wrong ways, creating compounds that your kidneys have to filter out extra hard, raising the risk of stones for those prone to them. Wait until you hear about the second food, because it's one that many health enthusiasts love, but it could be your turmeric's undoing. But before we jump there, comment yes below if you've ever mixed turmeric with dairy and noticed tummy troubles afterward. Your stories might just save someone else from the same mistake. Moving on to vinegar-heavy foods, those tangy delights like pickles, salad dressings, mustard, or even ketchup that add zing to your meals but turn acidic warfare on your turmeric, breaking down curcumin before it even has a chance to absorb, which not only wipes out its anti-inflammatory edge, but can crank up stomach acid production, leading to heartburn, indigestion, or worse, ulcers in sensitive individuals. You see, vinegar's low pH destabilizes curcumin's structure in the digestive tract, as evidenced by biochemical research showing rapid degradation in acidic environments. So if you're drizzling balsamic over a turmeric-spiced salad or dipping your curcumin-infused veggies in a vinegary sauce, you're basically neutralizing the spice's power to balance blood sugar or fight oxidative stress. And for folks with GERD or acid reflux, this combo is a recipe for nightly discomfort, where instead of soothing inflammation, you're fanning the flames, potentially leading to esophageal damage over repeated exposure. But here's a mini cliffhanger. What if I told you that this acidity issue isn't just about digestion, but could also amplify turmeric's blood thinning effects unpredictably, increasing bruising risks for some? We'll circle back to that later, but first let's tackle the third and perhaps most deceptive offender: sugary cereals and baked goods, those quick breakfast fixes or afternoon treats loaded with refined sugars that spike your insulin levels sky high, creating an inflammatory storm that directly counters turmeric's calming influence, while the sugar molecules compete for absorption pathways, trapping curcumin and preventing it from reaching your cells where it's needed most. Imagine starting your day with a turmeric tea alongside a muffin or granola bar. Sounds innocent, but the glucose surge floods your system, promoting fat storage around organs and heightening risks for type 2 diabetes, all while diminishing turmeric's ability to regulate metabolism or protect against cognitive decline, as clinical trials have linked high sugar diets with reduced bioavailability of antioxidants like curcumin, leading to accelerated aging processes in the brain and body. And if you're battling joint pain, this pairing is particularly brutal as the inflammation from sugar overrides turmeric's relief, leaving you stiffer and more sore than before. Talk about a betrayal. Don't skip ahead. The game-changing tip on how to swap these out for boosters comes at around 4:30 in this video, so hang tight. Now, as we wrap up this problem exposing section, remember that these combinations aren't just minor inconveniences, they're potential gateways to serious health problems, from chronic inflammation that fuels heart disease to gut imbalances that weaken immunity. And with over 70% of adults consuming at least one of these foods daily, it's no wonder why so many feel like their wellness efforts are falling flat despite the hype around turmeric. But fear not, because now we're shifting gears to the good stuff: the 70% solutions packed with actionable steps, micro hacks, and real world wins to help you harness turmeric's full potential safely and effectively, starting with simple swaps that could double your absorption rates overnight. Let's dive into the solutions with a bang. Instead of shunning turmeric altogether, the key is to pair it wisely. And one micro solution you can try right now is adding a pinch of black pepper to your turmeric dishes, as piperine in pepper boosts curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%, according to a landmark study in Plantamedica. So next time you're making a stir fry, skip the dairy and vinegar, toss in some pepper, and feel the difference in energy levels. Pause the video, grab your spice rack, and experiment with this combo in your next meal, then come back and tell me in the comments how it went. Building on that, let's explore an unexpected case study from a 55-year-old named Sarah, who was struggling with persistent knee pain and had been taking turmeric supplements for months without relief, only to discover through her doctor's advice that her habit of washing them down with a sugary cereal breakfast was the culprit, spiking her inflammation markers. Once she switched to a pepper-enhanced turmeric golden milk made with almond milk instead of dairy, her pain scores dropped by 40% in just 2 weeks, as tracked in her health journal, proving that small tweaks can yield massive results without overhauling your entire diet. Now, for those wondering about method comparisons, option A, consuming turmeric alone or with the forbidden three, leads to poor outcomes like we've discussed, with absorption rates hovering around a dismal 1-2%. But option B, pairing it with healthy fats like avocado or coconut oil, transforms that to 10 to 20% efficacy, as fats help shuttle curcumin through the gut wall. So think turmeric roasted veggies with olive oil versus a vinegary salad, and you'll avoid the acidity trap while enhancing bioavailability. It's like upgrading from economy to first class for your nutrients. If you're hitting a wall with digestion, here's a troubleshooting tip. If mixing turmeric with fats causes mild bloating at first, start with smaller doses, say half a teaspoon, and gradually build up while staying hydrated, as water helps flush any initial irritants, turning a potential setback into smooth sailing. Moving deeper, another retention spike awaits. The real secret to turbocharging turmeric for brain health drops at 7:15, so don't wander off yet. Let's layer in more real-world examples. Take John, a busy executive in his 40s who loved his pickle laden sandwiches with a side of turmeric tea for supposed detox benefits, but ended up with chronic heartburn that disrupted his sleep. After ditching the vinegar and opting for ginger infused turmeric water instead, which complements rather than combats curcumin, his acid reflux vanished, and bonus, his focus sharpened thanks to reduced systemic inflammation, as confirmed by his follow up blood tests showing lowered CRP levels. Interactive prompt time. Try swapping your usual sugary snack with a turmeric spiced nut mix, using unsalted almonds for low oxalate vibes, and note any changes in your afternoon energy slump. Did it vanish? Share boosted in the comments if it did. For extended retention, consider this comparison: traditional curry with dairy yogurt versus a vegan version with coconut yogurt. The former risks blocking absorption and causing lactose related woes if you're intolerant, while the latter amplifies curcumin's anti cancer properties, as per oncology nutrition research, making it a smarter choice for long term health armor. Troubleshooting alert. If you experience loose stools from new pairings, it might be the sudden fiber increase, so counter with probiotics like sauerkraut, vinegar free, of course, to balance your microbiome and keep things steady. Now, introducing a micro solution every turmeric lover needs. Brew a fat boosted elixir by simmering turmeric with coconut milk and a dash of cinnamon, which not only masks any bitterness but stabilizes blood sugar, preventing the crashes that sugary foods induce. Sip this daily, and you'll notice steadier moods within days. Here's an unexpected case study from a group of retirees in a wellness program. They were collectively downing turmeric lattes with processed creamer, complaining of joint stiffness that wouldn't budge. But when the program leader switched them to oat milk versions enhanced with pepper, 80% reported improved mobility in a month, backed by self assessed pain scales, highlighting how ditching dairy unlocked turmeric's joint soothing superpowers. Comment joints if this resonates with your aches. Diving into more solutions, let's compare solo supplements versus food integrated turmeric. Popping pills on an empty stomach, option A, often leads to nausea and low uptake, but weaving it into meals with complementary spices like cumin or cardamom, option B, enhances synergy, reducing side effects while multiplying antioxidant effects, as shown in spice blend studies from the Journal of Medicinal Food. If allergies pop up, troubleshoot by sourcing organic, pure turmeric to avoid contaminants, swapping synthetic blends that might trigger reactions. The game changer you've been waiting for, at this point around 10 CUR, reveal that combining turmeric with broccoli or leafy greens, low oxalate ones like kale over spinach, creates a detox duo that flushes toxins without the kidney strain of high oxalate mismatches, a tip most overlook, but one that can prevent stone formation long term. For another real world example, meet Lisa, a yoga instructor who paired her post workout turmeric shake with fruity, sugary baked bars only to battle fatigue. Switching to berry smoothies with natural sweetness and added fats turned her recovery time around, with her energy logs showing a 30% uplift, all thanks to avoiding the sugar trap. Interactive prompt. Right now, visualize your next meal. Will you add turmeric to eggs with pepper or risk it with cheese? Decide and affirm in the comments with Smart Swap. Troubleshooting for blood sugar watchers. If a new recipe causes dips, add protein like eggs or tofu to stabilize, ensuring turmeric's benefits shine without the lows. Layering in more, consider this method showdown. High heat cooking turmeric, option A, degrades curcumin, but low simmer methods, option B, preserve it. So opt for soups over fries to maintain potency and sidestep digestive burns from overheated oils. Most people miss step number 3 in turmeric prep, grinding fresh root for max freshness instead of pre-powdered, which oxidizes faster. I'll explain why this boosts efficacy by 25% per freshness studies. Another micro solution: infuse olive oil with turmeric for drizzling on salads sans vinegar, creating a heart-healthy dressing that amplifies anti-cholesterol effects without the acidity fallout. Case study alert: a diabetic patient group avoided sugary pairings, opting for turmeric in savory stews with beans, resulting in averaged HbA1c drops of 0.5 points over 3 months, a win against the blood sugar sabotage. If headaches arise from changes, troubleshoot with hydration and magnesium rich additions like pumpkin seeds to ease transitions. Retention spike. The ultimate turmeric hack for sleep comes at 12:45. Stay tuned. Expanding solutions, real world example number 4. Tom, an athlete, mixed turmeric with mustard dips, aggravating his tendinitis via acidity, shifting to honey mustard alternatives, minimal vinegar, with turmeric healed faster, per his physio notes. Compare capsules versus teas. Capsules risk overload without food. Teas with lemon, acidic, bad, versus with ginger, good, favoring the latter for gentle uptake. Interactive, brew a ginger turmeric tea now and sip while watching. Notice the warmth, tag calm if it relaxes you. Troubleshooting, for skin rashes, rare but possible. Reduce dose and consult pros as purity matters. Now, for the final push into mastery, embrace fermented pairings like kimchi, non vinegary versions, with turmeric to supercharge gut health, a micro solution that rebuilds flora post dairy ditching. Unexpected case, a book club of women over 60 swapped baked goods for turmeric spiced fruits, seeing mood lifts and fewer hot flashes linked to stabilized hormones. Method comparison, raw versus cooked turmeric. Raw preserves enzymes, but cooked with oil unlocks more, so balance both. If constipation hits, add fiber rich veggies to counter. The real secret, mindfulness with intake, track pairings in a journal for personalized wins. As we near the end, let's solidify with one more example, a family avoided cereal, choosing oatmeal with turmeric and nuts, boosting kids' focus sans sugar crashes. Final troubleshooting, for taste aversion, mask with fruits like pineapple. Now, for the closing 10%, here's your multi step CTA to lock in these gains. First, watch next top 5 turmeric recipes for beginners for deeper insights into safe, delicious integrations that build on today's tips. Second, save this guide for the step by step breakdown of avoidance strategies and booster hacks. Bookmark it now so you can reference those swaps anytime. And third, subscribe for part 2, where I reveal advanced turmeric synergies with herbs like ashwagandha that could slash stress levels by half. Hit that button, turn on notifications, and join the community transforming their health one spice at a time. Thanks for watching. Stay golden.